I tried to tell y'all that Kenya was full of crap, but nobody wanted to listen to me, child. So here we are, as per usual. Sky don't miss.
Let's talk about it.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
Clock that tea.
But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
So let me just tell y'all something. This is my I live for this type of and when any
Sound like you on the wrong show, baby. You can't dance, but you can fight. Don't that qualify you for baddies?
Get them ready. They got 10 minutes. On the way up there, I want you to stop by Ballistic and get some of that juice for them, okay? Because I got
get some of what juice? Not his juice. What juice is she? And can I go? Can I shop around? Can I watch? Can I make sure that she get the job done? Can I go and see if she need help doing it? Like, what we getting from Ballistic in a room where there are no others? What are we doing? What is she wearing? And why is she digging in her? Yes, ho, we see you. We see you looking right at the camera, digging in your. We see you. And then you wearing white at that. Ew, the evidence gonna be on her still. Okay. What the fuck is he doing? What is he doing? He just knew this was his moment. Like Lorianne Gibson was gonna watch this and be like, who is that? Booming and cacking all over that goddamn floor.
Drew, you know him best, so how do we get at him?
We could get him when he's doing confessions.
And they about to do all of this within 22 minutes. Okay. And it's the same episode that the director was hyping up saying, no, I don't want to do 10. I always do episode 1, episode 5, and episode 10, but I'm going to do episode 9 because episode 9 is bigger than 10. Don't say that. We got 22 motherfucking minutes left. What's big, sweetie?
Well, I missed him so much. I can't wait. Oh my God.
Tell Quinn and T-Core we say
hello.
Yes.
Girl, he probably in there. He probably okay. She probably like, yes, Quinn, give me that. She sound like the top to say quark. Yes, Quinn, give me that quark. That white quark. That Harry Potter boy quark.
The losing team has to go skinny dipping. I'm still a team player, and I just decided to go skinny dipping, and I went all out.
That's because you a nasty I know that's right. Come here for Robbie. Come here. Come lay with me.
That's all I want to know.
Yeah, that wasn't for you. That wasn't for you. We talked about it. We squashed it. We put that shit in.
This pointless conversation. Heifer, go sit the down. Go sit down. Now she trying to have conversations. She trying to have meetings. She trying to have interactions. She trying to pull up receipts from 2 days ago. Girl, go sit down. One person done told you that you too quiet, and now this whole episode you ain't stopped talking yet. Oh. No. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. There go my baby Punch. Oh. And there go my new boyfriend. There go my new husband right there. Y'all see him? Right there. Right there. Oh. What the What the Why? I just know she sank. Who that dude in the back though with the 2 pigtails? He cute.
I'm a hairstylist, makeup artist, I'm an artist, and I'm a porn star. Top 1.5. Okay. I'm showing these bitches how to be the baddest without having to show every thing. There's different versions of baddies.
Let me get this straight. The porn star. What the is that? What the is? What is that next to her? She looks like an owl. Oh, let me get Kenya off the screen. What's going on, y'all? It's Santana, aka Chi, and we are back for another Let's Talk About It. Because, girl, had y'all listened the first time I talked about it, then we wouldn't be here. But it's okay. It's okay. I guess my platform's just not big enough. Even though my mouth is, I guess my platform isn't big enough because I told y'all way back when what the hell was going on. But no. Ain't nobody want to believe me. Everybody was like, Kenya has changed. Kenya would never. Only to find out that Kenya did. Right. Cause Sky don't miss. Okay, but you know we're gonna go ahead and get into it after y'all go and like the motherfucking video. Okay.
Everywhere rolling straight to a pot of gold. Open up your mind, your heart and your soul. A different kind of path you may not have chose. Who cares if true love is really letting go? Cause everywhere rolling straight to a pot of gold. Open up your mind, your heart and your soul. A different kind of path you may not have chose. Who cares if true love is really letting go? Do anything you want me to. You can never mean everything that she won't do. I had to do it for you. It's okay, do it. Now back to the fact that I'm screwing. Tell your bitch she can suck on my dick. Tell your bitch she can eat my clit. Tell your bitch to go to the bridge. Tell your bitch to jump off it. Tell your bitch I am with the shit. I ain't never probably she can come and solve it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into these tweets because you know one thing Sky going to do is Sky going to remind you that Sky don't miss and that Sky was right. Okay, and Sky going to take you back because Sky always got the receipts. Okay, so Ashley Miller had tweeted out something that I responded to. Now this obviously has nothing to do with Ashley. It's nothing about her, but being that it was a tweet that I responded to, and this is, you know, just one of the receipts. That's why I'm bringing the tweet up. Okay. So she had tweeted out, much like everybody else, saying that this Kenya news is really pissing me off because it didn't have to be. I just can't believe she came this far and let a newbie get to her like this. She didn't even let Marlo get to her that much to jeopardize her place on the show. That's the part that's getting me and no one else is really picking up on. Like, it makes no sense. Why do this at your business? So, you know, I stepped into the thread hoping to add a little bit of clarity. So I said last season, they did not show Kenya's salon at all. Dr. Heavenly stated that the best way to get your event shown on Bravo is to have some sort of mess going on at your event. The problem is Kenya's foresight. She thought this would be a foolish thing that brushed over. It's 2024. Bravo don't want no Diddy lawsuit. Now, mind you, that was June 26th. But let's keep it going big. Let's keep it going big. So I also said on June 26th, I said, I understand if Kenya can't talk on the situation, but girl, if you didn't do what you was accused of and you were quote unquote vindicated, then just show us what you showed at the event. Bravo can stop you from talking, but they can't stop you from showing the pic. And if Brit can legally stop you, then what does that tell y'all? Turn it on. Let's keep going. Then on June 9th, a little bit before that, I said, I knew it. So like I said before, I believe the revenge porn rumors are true, except it wasn't revenge, Pete, because it was actually photos of Brit taken from OnlyFans that were already made public, making it less foul for Kenya to do that. And let's go ahead and get into this audio right here.
You are paying for all of my taxes. Brittany does escort. There's an IQ for her emails out of that. She charges $1,400 for appointment. You not only a hoe, you a You all cover the magazines, being a side, you all cover the magazines. You all of those things. Okay? You over here on Snapchat. Your daddy was like, Snapchat me that pussy, and you did. You are paying for.
And mind you, you can hear the whole time Portia in the background with her high ass pitch voice. Okay. So we knew that something had been shown. And I knew when the story broke that it was fucking true. Because the way that Drew had came out with the dramatics, the way that one of the assistants came out with the dramatics, I knew then that something had happened. Okay. So I didn't need to know anything more because I know Kenya. Yo, I could sit and act like, oh, well, ever since Brooklyn, girl, shut the fuck up. Shut up. This is season 16 where Kenya and Portia was brought on the show as the front runners. They knew that they had to do something to zhuzh it up because y'all bitches been complaining since season 11, but y'all don't remember that though. Y'all really been complaining since season 10. But according to y'all only been complaining the last 2 seasons, season 13 and 14. I'm sorry, season 14 and 15. So the producers knew that they had to do something to zhuzh up the season. So Kenya and Portia came on it, knowing that they had to come and be activated, especially being that the last couple of seasons, Kenya has not been activated. And then the excuse was, oh, well, in order for Kenya to be activated, she has to have a cast that is worth the activation. Girl, anyways, Kenya knew that she had to come and save her job and save this show. So I knew when the story broke, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna get old Kenya back. We're gonna get some form of that. Okay, because that's just what we got to do to save this show. It's season 16. Everybody's looking forward to Sweet 16. So that had broke. Then there was images and whatnot going around. Some were fake, some were real. Whatever. Then the audio dropped, and like I said, I knew what was going on. Okay. Now, at some point, I ended up saying I knew it. So like I said before, I believe the revenge porn rumors are true, except it wasn't revenge porn because it was actual photos of Brit taken from OnlyFans that were already made public, making it less valid for Kenya to do that. Because in my heart of hearts, I believe what happened is that Brit ended up saying something, in the heat of the argument. You be like, I'll pop any bitch in here. I'll smack any you know what I mean? And I believe Brit was most definitely, because Brit is hood. Brit is like a hood version of Marlo. That's what she gives. And I most definitely believe that Brit looked at Kenya and was, referenced Kenya and was just like, girl, I ain't worried about her. I got niggas that'll handle her. I got, like, come on now. You know what I mean? And Kenya, of course, putting 20 on 10, knowing she's not a fighter, ran to the network, probably said something, and the network probably looking like, girl, now this is just like, come on now. Like, this is Housewives. This bitch wouldn't be that stupid to come on to the season knowing this season is about to be about her because she's one of the new housewives of the reboot. Everybody's looking forward to it. Like, she's not that stupid to come on and then just jeopardize. Like, come on, she just talking. Kenya, you're doing too much. You putting 20 on 10. That's how I've always felt. Always felt. Like, I felt like Brit was literally just talking in jest. Same way that we go around, like, I smack anybody in here. Like, what you talking about? Ain't nobody scared of her. Like, come on, I got bitches for her. Like, what the fuck is you talking? Like, that's some shit that I would say. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit that I would say. And have said. Because I'm at the point where I'm not fighting. Especially after I transition, I'm not fighting. No, I'm a lady. I'm a lady. I don't do that. Okay, Chi mouth is big, but in person, Aubrey, we're not doing all that. We're not doing all that back and forth. Don't get me wrong. Jersey and Chi could come out if it comes time to defend it. Then Jersey will most definitely come out. Okay, if I gotta defend myself, but I'm not doing all that. Like, Aubrey is real cute, real demure, real, soft spoken, all of that, because I'm a lady and I'm not fighting. Okay, I got niggas that'll do that for me. What? Look at you talking. As many trappers and scammers and killers and dealers that I did. Listen, and I ain't even nothing to brag about because the way that it's true, child. But it's like I know I've most definitely said that because it's just like, fuck, I look like arguing with you when I got somebody that'll come and handle that for me. Like, fuck is you talking? And when you come from a certain background or you come from a certain area or whatever, a certain demographic, you do talk like that. And I most definitely believe that Brit spoke like that in regards to Kenya. Now, did she really mean that she was going to have to come up to the set and shoot Brooklyn up and shoot Kenya up and shoot her head kiss? Like, hey, girl, I done worked this hard to scrub the internet, because that's another part of it. I done worked this hard to scrub the internet to make my image look clean. Okay, hence why I'm so mad about you discovering my OnlyFans that I thought I had scrubbed from the internet. Right, catch it, clock it. I done worked so hard to scrub my image to look good enough and be good enough to get on this goddamn show. I done made it onto the show. The show is all about the reboot season and the new girls. So I already know I'm going to be thrust into the spotlight. All attention going to be on me. I'm going to get some new fans. Why would I fuck it up? By having a shootout at your hair care spot? Like, let's be for real, Kenya. And Kenya went, flipped that, turned into a Karen, tried to put 20 on 10. And it's one of them things where it's like, I guess, a game of semantics. Because it's just like, well, what she said was dangerous. And it's like, well, yeah, but like, come on. Like, people say stuff all the time that technically is a threat, or technically, yeah, it sounds dangerous or violent, but like, you know better. You know better. Okay, it's like somebody coming out the bathroom and then you going into the bathroom. You like, damn, you blew that shit up. Technically, you're not supposed to say that. You can't go to the airport and say that because they might think you're talking about a BOMB, right? But you're not. It's just a figure of speech. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, I most definitely see Kenya becoming a Karen and trying to flip that and make it way more than what it was. And producers laughing at her like, girl, like, let's be so for real right now. Let's be so for real. So now you have Kenya, who then goes online, searches for all of her information or whatever, then presents it to the show, expecting it to be blurred out. Mind you, I'm still giving you how I felt, how I've always felt since the beginning. She went online trying to back this girl up off of her, and she found the nude pics and she presented it at the event because Kenya was so pissed that the season before they did not show any of her hair care spa scenes. And I forgot what interview she said it in. I'm gonna see if I can find it, but she most definitely mentioned it online that season 15 they cut out and deleted all of her hair care spa scenes. And remember, if you think back to the season, we only got like one quick little 2-minute scene of her at her spa in like the last episode. It was like real quick, but it was because it was boring. There was no mess. So of course they're not included in an episode. So that's why, to answer everybody's question, oh, why would Kenya do this at her event? Why would she waste her own event to do something like that? That don't make no sense. No, it makes perfect motherfucking sense. Because, bitch, if I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears into trying to get up off my ass and create a business like Candy, so I ain't got to survive solely off a Real Housewives check. If I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this company, and then I'm filming here, but it's not getting shown on TV. Oh, yes. What? Oh, all you got to do is create some mess at your event, and then it's going to be guaranteed to air on TV. Oh, okay. So, yeah, Brittany, I got a bone to pick with you anyway. You're damn right I'm about to use my event. Okay, because that's also going to be self-promotion for me. I'm going to get my lick back, but at the same time, it's going to be self-promotion, and Bravo going to promote my stuff on the TV. Except it didn't work like that. And that's how I felt that it happened since day one. Now we're about to go ahead and get into Kenya's explanation. Because mind you, after that happened, Kenya came out and was like, oh, I'm going to be vindicated and y'all just sit back and that's not what happened and I ain't do that and but I'm going to be vindicated. She was talking all of this shit. All of this shit. Now she's singing a different tune. Now she's singing a different tune because she don't want to be Nene. Okay. Mind you, I like Kenya more than Nene, but still, it's like, come on, girl. Well, at least we know Tamara monetized, child. From YouTube, because we still waiting to find out if she was monetized from them Trump checks. Huh? Tamara, you around here spilling everybody else's tea. Did you or did you not, Donald? That's what we want to know. That's what we want to know. Because right now, Donald Trump is president and the rest of us over, but did he bend you over and fuck you over? That's what we want to know. Okay, let me put this little screen up so I don't get my channel taken down. Because no one Tamron, child. Yeah, let's get to it.
Has come to visit me and the team. So recently, Kenya has been in the center of a controversy that led to a suspension from the show and really confusion over her fate. Over the years, Kenya has come to visit me and the Tam fam, sharing her many career successes, her beautiful daughter Brooklyn's milestones, and she shared the hard times with us too, the end of her marriage and her best friend Kandi Burruss's exit from the housewife. We talked about all kinds of things. Through ups and downs, people have counted her out before, but Kenya says she is never over. And today,
I can kind of see why this girl's still on TV. I can kind of see why. She got that old school host vibe going on.
A daytime exclusive. Kenya is here to finally, I don't know if you could ever clear air, right? But you have, and you know what's happened to you. And she is ready to talk about, from her point of view, of being removed from the show and what her next chapter looks like. Take a look.
You're not going to shade me at my own event. Exactly who are you and why are you talking to me?
Over 11 successful seasons as a lead star on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore became a fan favorite.
Girl, we know who the hell she is. Bring that bitch out. We know who the hell she is.
Were shocked to hear Kenya was abruptly and indefinitely suspended during filming pending an investigation by Bravo. The reality star allegedly displayed sexually explicit photos of new cast member Brit Eady during the grand opening of her new Kenya Moore hair spa. The scandal went viral and sparked headlines in LA Times, USA Today, and Deadline, referring to allegations of revenge porn. Kenya quickly responded to the allegations on social media, saying, quote, so many false claims hiding behind anonymous sources, all this conversation and no facts being reported. If a claim or source was valid, would they need to hide?
You will be seeing me. I'm not going anywhere.
Kenya has said that the fallout was devastating to everything she
Girl, bring the hoe out.
figure on your own right, being the
That feels good.
Good. I'm
Yes.
happy. Well, I mean, you know, because I think originally people believe that the show brought you fame. You are an historic figure on your own right, being the first to win, second to win Miss Universe.
Yes.
And so
Miss USA.
Miss USA. I apologize, live TV, and I'm just winging it. But I get it right, but nevertheless, you're a historic figure. The show didn't make you famous. It added to you and your brand.
Definitely.
Longest running on the show.
Yes.
Cast member for the Atlanta series.
Yes.
There are some things we need to clear up, or you need to clear up. You were not fired, or were you fired?
I was never fired. I was never fired. So there were.
Girl, you was most definitely put on pause. You was put on ice. Ice. What happened? If I fight somebody at school and I get suspended, does that mean that I was expelled and I'm no longer a student? What happened? Answer that for me, Kenya. Answer that for me, Kenya. If I fight somebody at school and then I get suspended and I wasn't expelled, am I still a student? Yeah, because I was put on suspension. I was put on pause.
There were a lot of headlines that spread across the world. Kenya was fired. She was fired. She was let go. All of those things, and they were not true.
What is true?
What is true is that, you know, where do you want me to start?
Well, are you a part of the show?
I am still under contract, and I am still an employee of the network.
So you still receive checks from the show?
Right. You was just suspended.
Still do.
Wow.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So, period.
And of course you have to receive checks from the show because residuals, baby. Residuals. I mean, even though they don't get paid, because that was part of the child, that's a whole other conversation, but that was a whole thing that Bethany Frankel was trying to do because they don't get like residuals, like how people do for like sitcoms and stuff like that. Oh, she need to fix her wig. Why is her push that shit back?
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you because we're going to be honest.
You have to be
I
honest.
called you.
Yes.
I called you and I said, what is going on?
Yes.
I'm not going to pretend that this is someone that I am not friendly with. But I don't know. I'm not playing dumb right now. You know that. I called to check on you. I didn't call to get the scoop.
Yes.
So you're still being paid by Bravo. You've not been fired from the show. I felt that this was a ploy for ratings. I have felt from the beginning, and I have not told you this because it doesn't make sense. I think if this is a case of revenge porn and there's an investigation, and I hope that there was, why are you still being paid?
So here's the thing. That's another lie. I was never under suspicion for revenge porn. I never, ever from the network, their mouths exactly, you were never under investigation for revenge porn. That is something someone put on their Instagram along with law to point a finger.
And y'all know Kenya only speaking right now because they probably told her Bravo probably gave her the clearance to go air all of this out because they ready to air that promo trailer, that teaser trailer. That's what it is.
At me for something that was completely a false narrative.
So why aren't you on the show?
I'm not on the show because we started filming and this is a pivotal season for Real Housewives and they had a lot of new girls. And as you said before, I was one of the few that survived. And we were really excited to get the season started. And some of the new girls, you know, as in the past, they come on and they're trying to make a name for themselves, especially when they're not really showing up.
But that's a part of the franchise,
That's
right?
part of
no
the
one wants to
franchise.
see a boring Housewives episode.
Exactly.
And so some of the things that come on.
Clock that T, Tamara. Clock that T. Girl, don't make me like you. Clock that T, Tamara.
You know, people are keeping it spicy
Yes.
for a reason.
Yes.
Okay.
But when you go too far, and that's what happened, we were having a filming and things took like a really dark turn. And toward me, there was a young lady who was new and she just was poking the bear. And everybody knows, you know, the saying that
Kenya, you are the bear that does the poking. Like, can we not? And again, I like Kenya. Let me tell you why I like Kenya. I like Kenya because she's always owned the fact that she was the villain of the show. Like, you had motherfuckers who get on these shows like RHOA. I hate liars. And they that's forever going to be her name. Same size RHOA. I hate liars. You get motherfuckers like her that get on these shows and then they are the villain, but then they pretend like they're not the villain and then they try to gaslight the audience. I don't like that. I like people like Kenya who own the fact that, bitch, I'm the villain. Y'all hate me and that's fine, but I'm here to do a job and it's done. Like, I like that. But Kenya, what we're not going to do is I feel threatened. My daughter was unsafe. My daughter. You want to talk about my daughter, Jackie? You want to talk about my daughter? And then my daughter has a daughter, Jackie? Oh, I cannot wait for next season of Basketball Wives. I know it's going to be lit. And I know Jackie going to light Evelyn ass up because now Shawnice. Did she deliver that baby yet? That baby should already be here. Child, she been pregnant since last November. What's going on? But like, Kenya, let's not do this. You want to talk about my daughter? No, because when it affects my daughter, no, let's not do that. Let's not do that. The girl was new on the show. You felt like she was beautiful and all of that. And you felt threatened by her presence, by her beauty. And because she's a little hood and a little edgy, you want to use that back against her. It's almost a little anti-black. But y'all know I'm not one of the girls that throw them words out there. Y'all know I don't throw them trigger buzzwords out there. But I mean, yeah, it is given very like, I'm bougie, you're hood. So even though I'm knowledgeable of what, I might talk ratchet, but I'm not actually a ratchet from the hood. And I have hood rat ways, but I'm not actually technically a hood rat because I'm not from the hood. I don't live in the hood. So it's like, I'll speak like that. But if you speak like that to me, I'm going to now put on my bougetto attitude and act like, oh, you're beneath me and you're trying to comfort me and you're trying to hurt me. Like, it's very much giving all of that. Like, you know damn well what that girl meant. And if she wanted to take it there, she would have. Most times out of 10, like most cases, what you call it, 9 times out of 10, in most cases, if I'm going to take it there, they don't even tell you, they just do it. So, like, let's be so for real, Kenya. This is a Bravo production. You know damn well that girl was not about to fuck up her check like Jocelyn, okay? Fuck up a check. Finger fuck up a check. I like the way you are. I like the way you are. Damila. Jocelyn got them hits. Okay, but Miss Kenya Mora is across the street. Listen, Beyonce twin. Get off my lawn playing like this.
That I made up, don't come for me unless I send for you.
Right.
And
girl, you didn't make that up. I was saying that way before you. That's another thing I never liked about Kenya. You never made that up, bitch. I did. Okay. I was saying that. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, I heard you say it. And I was like, what? Excuse me?
And that means simply, I mind my business. And
Right.
I don't start anything, I respond. So during this taping, the young lady escalated it to the point of tearing off mics, screaming all kind of obscenities at me and threatening me. I felt threatened.
So let me pause here because I have to be fair to this person, Brit Eady. She has nothing on her Instagram about this. I've never met her.
It's been deleted.
There's nothing on her Instagram about this.
Yes.
We reached out. She did not respond to her. And I actually don't want to litigate her actions because I do believe people don't get to respond to pick how you respond.
They do not get to choose how you respond.
But you have to be accountable for how you respond.
100%.
So whatever, which I have no tape of, I don't know what happened. You've explained to the audience that there was some escalation and some things that went on there. But going to your reaction to it. So you're alleging this thing happened between you, the two of us. You think her behavior or alleged behavior was because she wanted to make a name for herself on the show. Okay, I don't know any of that.
Right.
Take me to the salon because I'm all proud because you have a new salon. You're opening this new business. And no one is talking about you opening their business. They are reports that you had.
It overshadowed it.
You overshadowed it.
Clock it. You better go ahead and clock it, Tamron. Okay, not Cameron, it's Tamron. Okay, Tamraka. You better go ahead and clock it. Clock Miss Kenya Mora. Ken Mora. Okay, girl, not it overshadowed. No, bitch, you overshadowed. You overshadowed.
Yes. This is what happened. They were saying you had these pictures of her.
Yes.
Once in a lifetime is never.
Girl, at least we know she monetized. Trump check where? Come on, bitch. Hurry up with this commercial. This white ass commercial.
Lab-grown diamonds.
Okay, let me tell you what happened. So from that night where all of this stuff happened and there were threats in my direction, and I felt very concerned. I told the producers, I'm concerned, I'm scared. And I kind of feel like they said, oh, we'll take care of it. And it didn't feel like it was taken care of. They actually made me feel like I was being like a Black Karen. Like, here Kenya goes again. Nothing really happened. They were joking or something. I don't take threats or the way that I felt. You can't invalidate my feelings. And it was a real concern for me. I'm a single mom with a beautiful child.
Here we go. Because as a Black woman in America, girl, y'all gonna pull on that card every single time. Shut the fuck up. Y'all get on my nerves when y'all do that dumb shit. Because as a Black woman, as a woman with a vagina, as a Black person, girl, here we go. Kenya, none of that has anything to do with the fact that your reaction to backing a bitch off of you was going online and going to the lowest of the lows. Literally, okay, and finding her vagina and then coming back and showing her vagina and husking dick, okay, and then putting that on national TV. You chose to consciously do that. If you felt that threat, why you ain't go to the police? Huh? Because in what world, see, because this how you know shit don't make sense. Because in what world do we say, ooh, I feel so threatened, my life is on the line. Ooh, I feel threatened, I gotta protect my daughter. My life is on the line. Now let me go do something to piss them off even more, to make them really want to come pop by it. Like, what? Huh? We that scared of Brit Eady, so we go and do something that would piss her off even more and embarrass her? Because, girl, let's not even talk about egos. And then especially when it comes to gangsters and wanksters in the street, let's not even talk about egos. So you mean to tell me that you felt that threatened by this gangsta bitch, okay, this Miss EVE? How you do it, EVE? How you do it? Like, you felt that threatened by her that you decided to go and do something that would embarrass her even more and make her even more pissed at you? Right. Because if she was that much of a threat, then girl, she would have came by your house and killed you that night. Like, can you shut up?
That if anything happened to me, no one would be there for her.
You felt threatened by some actions that happened.
Yes. And she repeatedly said, or it was said that you don't know who I am. So I didn't feel like I was being protected, and I took matters into my own hands. I did my research on her. I found a lot of information, especially in the, explicit world, with a few clicks, with people helping me. I didn't get things sent to me, photos or videos that I did see.
Keep in mind, she's an Aquarius and she's very crafty with her words.
Allegedly that were her. And I said, okay, if no one else is going to step up for me and protect me, I'm going to protect myself.
Bitch, what about the cops? If nobody else is going to step up and protect you, I'm sorry, what was Atlanta PD doing that day? Huh? I mean, I know that they be real busy because every time you turn around, y'all breaking into somebody's car just for eating that old lady gang child. You go in there to try to get some meals from Candy's family, which I heard is mid, by the way. Why was this nigga on TikTok reviewing it and he bought 3 plates and it came out to $95? I said, I wish I would, Mama Joyce and Aunt Bertha. Absolutely not. That's most definitely a scheme that Ty set up. Ain't he the one that came up with the name for the place, the concept for the place? He must have came up with the prices too, because why are we paying $95 for 3 motherfucking plates at OFG? But Chad, you go in there trying to expect a good meal, it comes out mid, and then you come back out, and then yo motherfucking windows is busted out your car. What in the Jasmine Sullivan is going on? So I know Atlanta be busy. I see it all the time on TikTok and Twitter. I get it. But was they too busy for you, Kenya, that day? Huh? When you felt so threatened? Because your daughter, you want to talk about my daughter? You know I have a daughter. You're like, you couldn't call the police department that day? Since nobody wanted to help me. Girl, where is your mother? Well, we know your mother not around. Where is your father? Where is your grandfather? Where's your uncle? Where's her daddy? Okay, call Mark Daly. The fuck? You should have took Brooklyn back to Brooklyn if you was that damn scared.
And I'm going to tell everyone what I found out about her. It's a receipt. And before I joined Housewives of any franchise, 5 years in, we made up the term receipts, right? Yeah. If you find dirt on someone or somebody is messing with you, you come back with what? A receipt. I found a valid receipt found on the internet.
So you knew that Bravo was recording your
Yes, it was
salon.
during a taping. Everyone signed waivers. It was during a taping. I didn't stand out on the corner, posting anything. It was during a taping. And we know, even with nudity that has happened on the show, they blur things out. So at the end of the day, I knew that they would likely blur it out because whatever.
Okay, but that's not the point, though. The point is to gag the audience with the fact, because whether the point isn't to show her actual areolas and let's see her happy, what y'all call it, a landing strip. See her happy airplane trail right there above her. That's not the point. The gag is the fact that they have to blur it out because it is a nude. We don't know Brit Eady. But your point, and we even heard you say in the audio clip, this is who Brit Eady is. You told Yo Gotti Snapchat. No, Yo Gotti told you Snapchat me that pussy, and you did. So your whole point was to gag Brit Eady and gag the audience by being like, oh, she's the new girl of the season? Well, look at her. She's a hoe. Okay, because Brit Eady talked about your business. See, that's really how we got here. It's not really about the, that she got shooters for me. No. The real reason how we got here, because that came out before all of this had dropped. The real reason why we got here is because she was close with Brit, close enough in terms of starting up the show. But then Brit, I guess, was talking shit about her business, and we already know Kenya feels a way about her hair care business and them not showing it and this, that, and the third. And because Kenya was so stressed out about her business, Kenya felt like, okay, you want to come on this show acting, pretending like you this big boss businesswoman, you this big boss bitch? No, America, she's actually not a big boss businesswoman like me. That would happen to be me, as you can see right here with this hair care spa. Take a good look around. But if you want to know the real Brit Eady, the real Brit Eady is not a professional boss bitch. She's actually a porn star. Exhibit A. That was Kenya's whole plan right there. Mark my mother words. And when the tape drops, okay, because they got to include it in the episode at this point. When we see the footage, tell me that ain't exactly how it's about to go. Because that was Kenya's plan all along. Because she said something about your business or came for your business, you felt like, well, girl, you're not even a businesswoman. Let's talk about your past. Let's talk about how you used to be a hoe. And isn't Kenya known for slut shaming? Ain't that what y'all was getting on Kenya about season 13 when y'all was talking about, oh, who cares about D-Lo? What was his name? D-Lo, Dick Swan, Chad Bolo. Wasn't that y'all main concern with Kenya during that season? Why you keep slut shaming Portia? So what if she slept with him? But then now during this season, because it's new girls that we don't know, now all of a sudden everybody a Kenya fan, everybody the biggest Kenya fan of this. Kenya couldn't have did that. No, Kenya didn't do that. Why would Kenya ever do that? Kenya would never do that. And no. It's the same old Kenya.
Whatever it was that I found, they didn't like the receipt. It was explicit. And they didn't like, I found a lot, but I only showed one.
Okay, so at the salon, you have these images up that you say you found on your own.
I pulled them out at some point.
So they were up. At some point, you pulled them out.
That was one part of it, yes.
But they're up.
Yes.
Okay. And
they were
so
shown.
you assume that they would be blurred out when this aired.
Of course they would. They can't show
because
nudity.
they can't show this.
Yes.
Were you building a moment?
She looks so much like Beyonce during this interview. It's not even funny. Y'all got to pull it up and look at it. But she looks so much like Beyonce during the single ladies era.
So they were up.
Like, it's not even funny. Every time I look at her, look at the screen. Every time I look at her, I feel like I'm looking at Beyonce during the single ladies era. Like, it's given, what was that album called? I Am Sasha Fierce. It's given that so bad.
At some point, you pulled them out.
That was one part of it, yes.
But they're up.
Yes.
Okay. And
they were
so
shown.
you assume that they would be blurred out when this aired.
Of course they would. They can't show
because
nudity.
they can't show this.
Yes.
Were you building a moment? I mean, I know you said the other person was trying to make a name for themselves, allegedly. Were you?
Yes, she was building a moment. Because the only way for her event to make it to TV is if there is a moment, is if it is messy. Yes. Kenya, just fucking admit it.
You trying to have a Kenya moment doing this and it backfired.
I don't think that it's a Kenya moment. I live my truth. But
you're the shade assassin.
I'm the shade assassin, but my moment is my life. Right. You know what I mean? So I don't need to create a moment.
Kenya. Let's be for real. Because you're being real crafty with the words, but you know exactly what she means when she says, create a moment. No, baby, let's not say, I am the moment. No, now's not the time for all of that. Say that for your tagline for season 17 when you come back with Needy. Because y'all know it's probably going to happen, unfortunately, even though Needy don't need to be back. And if you don't know why I said that, baby, go through my videos. Okay, because Needy's the same one who set up on Jason Lee's podcast and called all of her castmates house N-words. And no, not nigga. I'm talking about the hard ER. She called them that. Yeah. Huh? Nene's the same one when she was going through what she went through with Bravo. She said it felt like I had a foot on my neck like George Floyd. Breonna Taylor, girl, what is that? Look at what I've been through. I had a foot on my neck. That's what it felt like. Yeah, that's Nene Leakes for you. But okay, y'all gag every time. But then when I cancel motherfuckers for breathing or drinking Starbucks, girl, get out my face with y'all fake woke activist asses. Anyways, let's get back to this so we can end this.
Right.
That there's a difference.
Which surprised me because I mean, I know, again, we have a lot of people and friends in common, and I know how TV works.
Look how Tamron just gagged her.
Which surprised me because I mean, I know, again.
You see what that tagline say? It say Kenya Moore suspended from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I thought Kenya said she wasn't suspended.
We have a lot of people and friends in common, and I know how TV works. I know how to produce this show.
Yes.
I was surprised by the level of like aggression in this because that didn't seem like you.
Listen,
that seems exactly like her. I mean, hello, Kenya versus Phaedra, Kenya versus Apollo, Kenya versus Portia, Kenya versus Ken Fields, Kenya versus Marlo, Kenya versus Kenya, Kenya versus Eva. Like, that seems very Kenya. Now, granted, after Kenya had Brooklyn, okay, and after Eva got like one season in, okay, after her first season, and Eva got to know Kenya, and Eva came around on TV and telling everybody, oh, Kenya's actually a sweetheart. That's when we actually got to see Kenya be a sweetheart, because Kenya decided at that point, I'm done being the bad guy. I'm going to step back and I'm going to let Marlo or somebody else step up and now be the villain. That's when we started getting to see the softer side of Kenya. But what we're not going to do is sit here and try to erase the past and act like season 5 through season 12, 13 didn't fucking happen. Please get out my face with that. Get out my face with that, Tamron. You was doing good until now.
And hindsight is always 50-50. And if I could do it all over again, I believe the photos were very distasteful and I elevated the situation. I've elevated situations before,
So
and
you're
I've
taking
taken full accountability for the things that I've done.
You most definitely have elevated situations before, which is why I said it's so on brand for you. Like when you almost pushed Kim Fields out her seat. Like when you was provoking Portia and had the speaker in her face. Like it's been plenty of times, girl. It's been plenty of times. And again, I'm a Kenya fan. I prefer Kenya over Nene any day. But come on.
I am sorry for what I've done. I didn't have to take it that far. But when I felt threatened, I've never had a child and be in a situation like this before.
You want to talk about my daughter?
That's why I escalated it to the point where I was protected.
Because it was about my daughter. It's always about my daughter, Jackie. You don't understand. You don't understand. I have a daughter named Brooklyn, and she's from Brooklyn. And then stop, because why New Yorkers be saying Brooklyn like that? Brooklyn. It's just always like a drop when you say, like, you gotta say like Brooklyn. No, because I have my daughter. I got my daughter named Brooklyn, and she's from Brooklyn, and that's where her father lives, in Brooklyn. And we wasn't able to get to Brooklyn that night, so it was just like we felt real lost and vulnerable in Atlanta, Georgia. Girl, Kenya Boo.
I think not only myself, but my child.
My daughter Brooklyn. Not a single motherfucking tear.
We reached out to Bravo,
Girl.
and they said we take all allegations of violations of our policies seriously. We reached out to Bravo, and they said we take all allegations of violations of our policies seriously, reviewed the matter, and took appropriate action. But to Kenya's point, you are still employed. Yes. There's no silencing you, and you are moving forward.
Excuse me. Moving forward, what? Why would she just cut it off like that? See Tamron Hall. This is why your show. This is why nobody watch this shit now. Because I'm going through the YouTube channel, and I don't see no full episodes. I don't see no extended interview. Why would it just cut off like that? See, this is why the Sherry Show thriving and Miss Tamron Hall. This is why your shit going down in the tumble.
Jameson, famously
Another ad
from a famously big fan.
Yeah, I go like this video while this ad play. But the universe is feedable.
Yes, I am the leader of the new school. Bringing content and a whole lot of new bros. Giving the guys of the shit, get the people. This body, this song is lethal. Now I don't want to kiki hold this shit right here on repeat. Yo, not then one of y'all gonna see
when
me.
I look at my daughter and
I'm the motherfucking queen of the shit. Who you know running at the greens on the slit. Throwing ass in the digit time on my head. So bitch talk shit, then it shout to the lips, bitch.
I did think that this investigation was matching up with
my bitch say in the club, unless you can't handle it. My bitch say ignorant. My bitch say hella bit. My bitch say in the club.
Let's get back into her.
With what actually happened.
Apologize. Yes. You felt that you were reacting at that time appropriately.
Yes, some of those things come with the job. I will never understand why, clickbait or using my name as clickbait, violating my privacy, all of those things. And yes, some of those things come with the job, and I accept that, but not disparaging my business. The way that people go out of their way to try to disparage your name or ruin.
Kenya, nobody tried to disparage your name. She must be talking about Kim Mora, okay, across the street, because nobody tried to disparage Kenya Moore's name. Oh, it came out that you leaked motherfucking nude photos of this girl, And for months, you lied about it and played a game of semantics. No, it wasn't revenge porn. It wasn't revenge porn. Either way, you still did it. We don't give what it's called, what the title of the action is. The point is you still acted. Let's talk about that.
Your business, I will never understand it. It's not cool. Leave me alone.
Welcome back. That was Instagram Live with Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore talking about the fallout from her suspension from the upcoming season of the show that's caused her life and her business to really be in turmoil. Kenya's here talking in a daytime exclusive before the break. We heard you say, I'm accountable for my actions. I apologize.
Yes.
You felt that you were reacting at that time appropriately. But, you know, hindsight, they say, is 20/20.
Yes.
That said, now it's in the chatter in class. You have a number of businesses.
Yes.
And you've been worried about how this is going to impact your business.
Well, I've had people go out of their way, predatory bloggers who have stalked me, who have put out rumors, who have created a false narrative on how my businesses are. I built Kenya Moore Hair Care over the last 12 years with my own money, with my own, passion. And it became a very successful brand. I am in over 5,000 doors right now. And I've had people, thank you.
Kenya, how you thanking them before they even clap? Listen back to it. How's she thanking them before they even start clapping?
5,000 doors right now. And I've had people, thank you.
She heard one clap. Nah, girl, that was somebody shutting a door. Girl, that was somebody adjusting a seat. That was somebody coughing. She heard, and thank you.
For 5,000 doors right now. And I've had people, thank you.
Nah, Kenya, we said get activated on the season, not come to the Tamron show and activate the claps. What's going on?
I'm my own partner, me, myself, and I. And I have had, from this falling out, people thinking I was engaged in revenge porn, started to complain to some of the retailers.
Because I know when we spoke a couple of months ago, there was at least one retailer talking about pulling the product from the shelves.
Yes, we
And
still don't know where we stand with them, but this is how good God is. I got 5,000 more doors coming up next year. So, it's just, it is a reality show. And it's interesting how much vitriol that I received from people thinking that I was involved in revenge porn, which I never was. And I was never accused of that.
It's the semantics for me, Kenya. As an Aquarius air sign, you playing on people's intelligence. It's not revenge porn if it's already out there. But the point is, you took the news and you spread them. You took the news and you spread them. That's the point. That is the point. You took the news and you spread them to gag Brit Eady, because Brit Eady came on the show creating whatever housewife persona she wanted to create, and you came on saying, you have a dirty past, and I'm going to reveal that dirty past to everyone. That is the problem. Now, mind you, that's Housewives 101. If a girl come on faking the funk and you want to dig up something from her past, like, that's Housewives 101. The problem is that Kenya is very careful with saying, oh, it's not revenge porn. Okay, girl, but you still, we can't ignore the fact that, like, it may not be called revenge porn, but you got revenge by digging up her porn. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't revenge porn, but you got your revenge by digging up her porn and showing the world. Let's talk about that.
From anyone on the show or the network.
Are you still in contact with Bravo about potentially returning actually?
Why she about to name drop Andy? Because she's meticulous with them words.
On camera?
I've had some conversations, and you know who has been such a great support system for me during all this? Andy.
Sky don't miss. Sky don't miss.
He has called, he has checked on me, he has given me advice. And I feel
because if we let the world know that I'm still in good graces with Andy and that I'm still under contract. Okay, ...
feel like he's a really good friend, and I just appreciate the support. And so many people at the network, that was my family for 12 years. You know, I love them, and I feel like they love me. It was just a really unfortunate situation.
Oh, now all of a sudden you love them, but didn't you just say you felt like you wasn't protected? Wasn't you saying back then when all of this happened that you didn't feel protected by the networks? That's why you was refusing to speak on it, because you felt like they was just letting people run with the lie of revenge porn. Like, girl, Kimora, go back across the street.
I've seen you at BravoCon and you walk in and all of the fans, and it seems like even though it's a reality TV show, and there always seems to be a camaraderie. You know, people fall out, you fall in. That's why people watch it. I mean, it is a, but this seemed just in a different space.
It's in a different space and a different time. I think, unfortunately, for the network, it's probably a decision they didn't want to make. I didn't feel that we were seeing.
What you mean a decision they didn't want to make? Again, Kenya, I thought you wasn't fired. I thought you wasn't suspended. I thought you wasn't put on ice. So what decision did the network make? I thought you made the decision to walk away and stop. See how you're sitting here lying and double backing and double track? Girl, at the end of the day, the network did not want no motherfucking lawsuit on their hands, because they was already dealing with multiple lawsuits from other people. Plus, people got to remember, this is when all of the Diddy stuff had came out. So they didn't want any sexual allegations and whatnot to be thrown against them. This is also when all of the major record label head owners and all of that was stepping down. Bravo didn't want to get caught up in none of that mess. So they basically said, Brit Eady, what do you want to do? Fuck Kenya, what do you want to do? So to answer everybody's question of, oh, why was Phaedra allowed back? But Phaedra was allowed back because Bravo always knew it wasn't Phaedra's fault. They always knew that it was messy ass Carlos King, allegedly. Okay, that because that you think it's odd, or like the fact that he no longer over there after that season? Right, go ahead, clock it. Okay. Bravo always knew it wasn't Phaedra, but it was a messy production assistant member, whatever you want to call them, that put the bug and battery in Phaedra's back. So that's why they always gave Phaedra some sort of hook or line to be able to come back. Now, when it comes to Kenya, of course they know Kenya more, but it's the fact that we are in 2024 where nobody wants to look like a Diddy or go down, especially when Age of Aquarius and people ready to take these companies down and all of this, that, and the third. And plus, they was already dealing with lawsuits from Nene and Bethany and other households. Like, they didn't want all of that. So that's why they prioritized Brit over Kenya. It's a different time.
Each other's side. I didn't think that the investigations were matching up with what actually happened for me. And so we decided let's take a break for right now.
Should break right now. Are they still filming this current season?
No, they're done filming.
They're done.
Yes.
But you could pop up on like a reunion show.
I could.
Would you say yes to popping up on the reunion show?
I think it's important to have my point of view because I haven't done interviews. I haven't had my say. And so that.
Now, Bravo, you done fucked up with that one. Go back and get Kenya and let her film her green screens.
That's a little bit strange for me. I'm here today because you asked me to come to tell my side of the story. And I appreciate that because I feel like this is a safe space. It's always been a safe space and I trust you. But it's unfortunate because I started off as a housewife, longest running on this series, and now I don't have a voice. And that's really hard to
Well,
take.
you always have a voice because, listen, you find your way to that Instagram live. I heard loud and clear what you were saying. I mean,
Miss Tamron is very passive aggressive. Okay, I would have to clock her. Excuse me. Don't do that. You're trying to be cute and creative because you got a TV show, you got a talk show, and you got a studio audience. Don't do that. Don't do that, bitch. Watch some words. You better watch some B words.
I mean, I'm honored that you're here because it's a safe space. I remember when you were here the last time, and I asked Kenya, I said, what would you say to someone when they go on a reality show? She paused, and everything was in the pause. I always tell when somebody pause and take a deep breath, because people have had great businesses come out of it. They have had a lot of things, but marriages have ended.
Yes.
Scrutiny. I mean, it was supposed to be a little, as Johnny said, a little kiki fun.
Right.
And then it got
It wasn't
dark.
fun anymore.
And I've told you,
Yes.
I stopped watching after an altercation on the show, on one of the reunion shows, and I never could go back because it
I
made
know
me
which one
cry.
you're talking about.
It really did.
It made me cry, and it was my toughest year because I went from being Miss USA to being humiliated.
Beat up. Talking about some humiliated. You mean the way that you tried to make Brit feel? Or because she hit a trigger sore spot and talked about your business that it took you 12 years to fund and spend? See, I could read Kenya easily right now. Kenya was in a bad place because she felt like, hell, I'm going through this divorce that's taking 10, 20 years, like Ashley and Michael Darby, child. It's taking forever. The fact that I'm doing this alone, the fact that I don't have my baby daddy here with me, who's actually supposed to be my husband. But again, we're going through a divorce, so I got to do this all alone. I got my daughter, Brooklyn, here. I'm a single mother raising her by myself. Okay, the only checks that I'm getting is the housewife checks, but it ain't cutting it. Like, I don't even know if this next season is going to thrive and stay alive. Like, I want this to win so bad, but I tried last season. I tried to record in my salon and they didn't give a fuck last season. So how do I even know they're going to air this season? Like, because all of that was going on in Kenya's head, that's why it was so easy for her to go so low when it came to Brit Eady, because Brit Eady touched on a sore spot that was already sore and triggering for Kenya. She in the midst of a divorce. She don't know if Bravo even going to air the scenes. She done spent a lot of money, mind you, because at the same time, around this time, even before all of this was going on, I was looking at the flyers and I'm like, Kenya, this is supposed to be a luxury spa. Why the hell you charging $25 for a blowout? You need customers that bad? Girl, I will fly to Atlanta to come get my hair done there for them prices. Like, when I say everything was under like $75, I was like, that is not luxury spot prices, especially not for no black-owned business in Atlanta, where, again, they just paid $95 for 3 motherfucking meals from OLG. And hell, the shit really came to like $72, but then it was 20% gratuity on top of that for a takeout order. So, again, we're talking about Atlanta where they charge the charge, okay? They tax the charge, and they charge the tax. Like, so all of that points to the signs of like Kenya struggling. And so her hair care spa and her business being a sore spot for her. So because Brit Eady says something about it, you felt triggered, you felt attacked, and then you wanted to stoop low. Deal with your trauma.
Things to her and how to support.
I never could go back because it
I
made
know
me
which one
cry.
you're talking about. I feel like the good outweighed the bad. And now that I have a child to support, and, you know, I feel like the most unfortunate thing for me is that this situation was created. I escalated it, and that wasn't the proper response. However, when I look at my daughter and I have to explain things to her, and I don't want anything to get convoluted with my legacy, with, you know, what mommy's purpose is in life. And I don't want her to ever be confused about what my heart is and what my intentions are, because they're always to protect her. I was never protected as a child, and you know that. I never had a mother to protect me. I never had that relationship. And I finally have an opportunity to do that with Brooklyn.
Girl, miss me with the sob story. Because this sob story is how you got into this situation. Because instead of dealing with your trauma, you let Brit Eady trigger the fuck out of you.
And no matter what happens to me in my life, I'm going to always protect my child. And maybe it wasn't the right response, but it was from my heart that is pure.
Girl, from your heart that is pure. Girl, it's from your mind that is full of shit. Anyways, child, let me know what y'all thought about all of that. Zan in the comment box below. Kenya, you're full of shit. Full of shit. Okay. And of course, let's apologize to make sure I can secure season 17, especially since they talking about bringing Nene back. And I mean, because the door is somewhat open, and because, you know, Phaedra already done came back, I don't want to miss out on a super size season. Girl, Anyways, let me know what y'all thought about all of that Zen in the comment box below as if I give a fuck. And definitely make sure that you stream my music as if you give a fuck. I'm gonna be live tonight, okay? We got some money to make, and I know that y'all just got paid, so stop playing with a hoe. Stop playing with a hoe, okay? When you see this thumbnail right here, bitch, that mean I'm live. Turn them notifications on, okay? Come get you a $50 quickie read enzyme. Okay. Also, patreon.com/Santana, where we can watch our favorite shows together. Hello. Get with the program, bitch. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.